All right, so this video is about carousel posts. So if you are unfamiliar what that means, on Instagram, it just means the multi-photo tool. So when you go into Instagram and you want to upload a photo, you have the option to upload multiple photos. So Instagram introduced that, I don't know, over a year ago or something like that. But it's still considered a newer tool. And just to give you a little bit of just another side tip here, whenever Instagram releases new new features and things like that for you to use, always use them, because Instagram will favor you more if you're using their newer features. I was gonna say products, but anyways, so when you are thinking about what to post and creating content, think about the newer features that Instagram has and how you can utilize them properly for your brand. So this video in particular is going to be about using carousel posts. So I'm going to go through and give you some ideas of how you can use them best for your brand. So the first thing is you can showcase a new product, and then you can also show different angles. And that goes for whether you're a fashion influencer or if you have an actual product or you're network marketing or something like that. Show different ways that either you're using it or different angles of the actual product. So I don't even, what do I have? Okay, literally my phone case I had to take off. Okay, so if I'm like selling this phone case, then I'm gonna want it like up front, and I'm gonna wanna show the side and like the front of it, and I wanna show different angles, and then possibly even showing someone using the phone case, right? So you wanna think a little bit outside of the box versus just like, okay, here's this phone case to sell. And then you can even, maybe you upsell pop socket and then you put that on there. So my mind is going pretty fast with that now. But basically with the carousel post, just showcase different angles of the actual product. If you are a fashion influencer and you are showing different pieces of a look, then maybe have a full body shot, and then have each individual, you can have different angles where it's like, all right, so you have the full body shot, and then you have like waist up, and then you have waist down, and then you have just shoes, and then you have the back, and then you have the side angle and stuff. Because again, we are so conditioned to be shopping on Instagram now that we want all of the angles. Like, how many of you have like seen some girl's photo and been like, that is a super cute jacket or whatever, and you tap on the photo because we're conditioned to tap on it and then figure out like where to find it, and they don't tag it. But they're not an influencer either, so that doesn't really matter. We're not we shouldn't expect them to have that, but it makes us mad because we're like, now where do I find it, right? So it's the same concept, that you want to just be able to give a lot of information. And sidebar, if you are a fashion influencer and you aren't tagging any brands on that, you definitely need to be doing that, and because that is going to elevate your own brand of being a resource. So anyways, the next thing, before and after. Okay, we love stories and we love before and after photos. So whether that's fitness, whether that's photo presets, maybe you have a photo preset that you have created in Lightroom and you're selling that now, show before and afters of that. And maybe you have, if you're a hairstylist, you have the haircut, so you do before and after, clear skin, new products, like all sorts of things. Before and after transformation photos, they're amazing. They do really, really well. And then also the Instagram versus reality. So we always love seeing the real and the raw content, so capitalize on that too. Okay, so you could do like personalized recommendations. So you could do, I've seen some people do it with like their horoscope and stuff. Also you could do, I'm trying to think of how this could like really apply. I wrote it down, but I don't know. I think that's more so, if you want to give recommendations, if you're a blogger, and say, here are some dinner recommendations in the local area or in this area that I went to or something like that, and then have like pictures and have them swipe through. Because the other thing too is not only are you utilizing the features that Instagram is giving you to use, but they're staying on your, they're naturally staying on your content longer. When they have to like go through and swipe through each photo to see, they're staying on your content longer than if they were just to be like one static image and then go away. So another thing is share your brand story. So I do have an IGTV video that is talking about how to craft your brand story and how to structure it the correct way that's going to attract your ideal client. So definitely go check that one out. But share your brand story, and you can share it in like text, right? So there's I'll kind of give you a little bit of like a sneak peek into the brand story, but there are 4 parts to it. So, you know, you want to start with the setting, and then the conflict, and then the climax, and then the resolution. So you can actually go through, and instead of writing them all out on your caption or in your caption, you can actually just write them out in text or in the actual photo, and you can create that in Canva. If you don't know what Canva is and you're wanting to know a little bit more on that, just send me a DM and I can help you with that. And then again, that way they're swiping through. And the other thing, so that could be text, or if you're actually sharing your brand story from a, here's where I was and this is how far I've come. So maybe you have pictures of like your first office, or your first like space in your home that you made your office, or maybe it was like 10 years ago and you and your business partner were you know, I was gonna say in a garage, like were we Apple? You know what I mean? So you can show past old photos. The key here is make sure that the first photo, so the cover photo, is on brand and matches your brand aesthetic. And then all the photos that go afterwards, it's okay if they're like a little grainy, which shows like your first office, or if they're old photos or something like that. That really humanizes the brand and allows people to connect with you, because, you know, we're all on a journey, we're all on a story, that we're connecting that way. Let's see, okay, sharing details. So like I said, close-up photos, and like different angles of, you know, if you have like an outfit photo or something. Showcase customer reviews. That's amazing. You can just talk about like maybe a transformation from a customer, then you can, or maybe you're talking about like your ebook and then you have testimonials with that. So then maybe have a picture of like you with the well, you know what I mean. Just have some kind of cover photo with that, and then you can say swipe to see the testimonials or whatever. You can share outtakes. So if you are out taking photos and you got a really great one that you're having on your cover one, but then there are kind of funny ones where you're like mid-movement, or maybe you fell, or I don't know. Those are great to use because again, it humanizes the brand. It's very raw and real content. Let's see, call to action. You can ask them which image that they like. So you can do polling on your photos. Again, like maybe within like fashion, you could say like which one's your favorite, A, B, or C, and then have them comment which one it is. So that's also driving engagement that way. Sharing recaps with the event without spamming your feed. So you can put 10 photos in each one. So maybe you went to an event and go ahead and just put, you know, find the best 10 photos and put them in there instead of having like uploading 10 individual photos. User generated content. So again, you could pick someone, you could say like, hey, look at our new product. This is how people are using it, etc. And then make sure your cover photo is branded aesthetically to you. And then all the other ones after, it doesn't really matter. You can cut up a pano picture and then have them swipe. There's different apps called Swipeable, Swipe Mix, and Scroll app that you can upload your photo in there and it'll splice it for you. And then, yeah, so that's pretty much all I have for multi-photo. Those are just different ideas that you can use for that. And yeah, I would love to know if you're trying any of these for your brand. And if this was helpful, I would love if you would share it with someone that would also find it helpful. And check out the other IG story or IGTV videos that I mentioned on brand story, and also one that talks about Instagram highlights and how to utilize those for your brand. So hope you like the video, and I will see you at the next one.